We want to welcome everybody to True North. If you can hear me, clap once. If you can hear me, clap twice. All right, good crowd tonight. Everybody's starting to fill in and find a seat. We have a lot of guests. I've already met at least 4 guests, people I've never met before. We're glad that you're here. And in just a minute, we're going to have what we call a 4-minute party. We all stand up and meet one another. We're not going to embarrass any of our guests. But during the 4-minute party, guys, listen up. During the 4-minute party, we're going to ask any of our guests that are here for the very first time, you'll come up here. We got a gift card for you. We have some of our teens that'll greet you, but it'll be while we're all milling around. That'll be great. Everybody say hello to Courtney, everybody.
Hey, everybody.
And everybody say good evening to Parker.
What up?
All right, we have so many things happening tonight. We've got to get right into it. If you've got a cell phone, would you silence that so it's not going to be a distraction? Because at True North, we like to say screen down. All right, very good. Hey, and if you've got a drink, please make sure you're holding on to it, even if it's got a lid. Please don't let any of those drinks, like that one right there. Like, let's pick that drink up right there. That one does not need to stay right there. Let's make sure that we have our drinks picked up, and you can throw those away during the 4-minute party or finish them up. That'd be great. Okay, let's see. There we go. During the 4-minute party, we do have, I think I said it already, but Parker, what do we have for our guests here in just a minute that come up here and meet? If you're one of our greeters, come on up. What do we have?
We have the Baskin-Robbins gift card.
That's right. Baskin-Robbins gift card. All you got to do is come up and meet one of these folks, and we'll get you a gift card, and that'll be great. Everybody else, got a really big crowd tonight. We want you to meet somebody you don't know. Please don't knock a drink over, but find somebody in front of you or beside you that you've not seen in a while. Say hello to them. Let's not let anybody. I have a feeling that I'm not being listened to at all.
Maybe not.
Let's make sure that nobody goes unspoken to, especially somebody that's a guest. All right, everybody ready to go? If you're a first-time guest, just make your way up here. We're going to have a shorter party tonight because we got a lot going on. So, everybody, let's have maybe a two-minute version of the 4-minute party. Stand up. Find somebody you don't know.
Hey, what's poppin'? We back. We're back. It's happening again. I want to just say from the bottom of my heart that I really missed you on fall break. I cried so much. I cried so much over fall break because I missed you that badly. But
this is also true.
Yeah, but I just want you to know you look fantastic tonight.
Very beautiful.
So do you, honestly.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, look up anytime. All right, bye.
I'm back. I've been sick.
Hey Mom, hey Dad, hey Momo, hey Popo. So proud of you, Momo. You got this. Love ya. This is Parker. Hi, Miss Andy. My mom and my dad and my
Good crowd tonight. Good crowd. Did you all meet somebody you don't know?
Yes.
I did.
You met somebody you don't know?
He was wearing a Georgia shirt.
Okay, all right, very good. And you were still nice?
I was.
All right, very good.
Very nice.
Hey, we're moving fast tonight, everybody. If you're ready to move fast, say, I'm ready. We have some people that are a year older or about to be a year older. It is time for
Birthday.
anybody that's got a birthday from October the 8th to the 14th. Come on up. Hey, we got birthdays. 8th to the 14th. Come on up. Let's pass out our stickers to these folks. Congratulations. All right. Oh, good. Miller. All right. Anybody that has a birthday in the NBYG gets an Abraham Lincoln sticker that says, yeah, it says you're still cool. Because the way we're going to sing happy birthday in the NBYG is with 3 simple words. And those words are,
you're still cool.
And it goes like this.
Well, you're 1 year older than you used to be.
Come on.
And you're still cool.
Here we go.
You've still got it. It's plain to see. You're still cool.
Yeah, it's your birthday today. That's why we're here to say that you're still cool. Everybody say happy birthday. And because it's birthdays, you had a birthday last week.
Last week, fall break.
You're in fall break. What did you get for your birthday? You can't tell us?
Well,
You don't remember?
I don't remember. It was last week, and fall break.
Anything special happen on your birthday?
Well, my parents were out of town, and so me and my friends went to dinner. And that was about as exciting as
Where
it
did you
got.
go eat for your birthday?
Martin's Barbecue
Oh, in
Nolensville.
Nolensville. Oh,
Yes.
Is that the original one?
Yes, the original one.
Oh, it's good stuff.
It's the best one.
Good stuff. All right, happy birthday to everybody who has had a birthday. Let's find out. Oh, because it's birthday time, that means it's our birthday party blast from the past. Birthday party blast from the past. So let's find out. Here's our blast from the past. Let's see. That is actually one of the birthday girls. That's actually one of the birthday girls up here. That's Madeline Holton. Madeline, right here. Wave your hand, Madeline. How old were you there, Madeline? I'm going to guess 4. I'm just going by the candles. Looks like you had a tangled party. Okay. All right. There was some hair on your cake. All right. There we go. Nice. Happy birthday, everybody. Okay. Let's. Today's Wednesday. That means tomorrow is.
Panera.
Which means.
Hello.
There you go.
Panera.
Is that on? Okay, I can tell if your mic was on. I guess
It is.
We just can't hear anything
It's
underneath
just really
here.
loud.
I'm trusting that they can hear you because I can't hear a word anybody says up
No.
here.
Okay.
So what time tomorrow?
Tomorrow we'll be at Panera at 4 o'clock at the Panera on Memorial near Sprouts. It's going to be so much fun. Please come join us before Fall Retreat.
This is the part of our night where we go over several events that are
Yes.
coming up involving specifically our girls. One of them is right around the corner after the retreat. Tell us about it.
Self-defense class, October 21st from 10 to 12. This is for all the NBYG girls. All the NBYG girls and your moms or your aunt or anybody involved with you that you want to bring. Come and learn some self-defense. It's really useful.
Hey, who came last year? Who went to this last year? Elizabeth, you went last year? Did you get to throw a punch at something? Oh. I really want to bring a video camera. I'm going to be out of town, but I really want somebody. I want us to see Elizabeth attacking.
I can work on that.
Yeah, let's see that. Okay, and then tell us coming up on November the 11th.
Okay. What's the music?
Oh.
Okay. We have the daddy-daughter tune-up. It's not just dads and daughters. Daughters or girls, if you don't have somebody to bring with you, please still come. I'm going to be there. And we're just going to learn about car maintenance training. It's going to be a really fun time together. Please sign up so we can know how much things to get.
Yeah, now I made the mistake of telling people this was for 7 through 12. It's actually for girls 15 and up.
15 and up, driving age and up. If you got your permit, you can still come. Okay?
All right, guys. I'm so thrilled that there's so much excitement about apparently something that's happening. There's a lot of excitement. Let's dial it down just a little bit. And this is going to help us while we're here. We're going to have, come on up, Noah. But Noah didn't want to be alone tonight, so it's with Noah and Ellie. Noah and Ellie. They're both making their way up to the front. Very excited. We're so excited to see you guys. There you go. Hop right on up there. Yeah, you can sit on this one right here, Ellie.
There we go.
The big question is who is actually telling the joke?
This one tonight. Ellie tonight.
Oh, and you're going to face this way, Ellie? I think you should turn this way. We all want to see your adorable face.
All right. You get to ask the question, remember?
Oh, okay. It's a tag team.
Yeah.
Let's see what it is. Okay, Noah, it's all you, Noah.
Oh, guys, come on. You guys.
Hey, here's the deal. If this doesn't work, we have to bring Ryder or Tucker up here.
Oh, no.
No,
Wait. I love both those guys, but we want you to show them how this is done.
Okay, go ahead.
You want to whisper it? Whisper it to Parker. Oh, let's hear it.
You guys are freezing up on us. Can you do
Here,
it?
whisper it to me. You whisper it to me, and I'll tell Parker. Here, I'm going to turn my mic off. Somebody can hear. All right, tell me. All right, I can't hear you. Wait, say it one more time. I did not hear that at all.
Why did the toilet paper go down the hill?
Okay, thank you. You're going to whisper it to me. I'm going to look confused and look at your mom. Your mom's going to whisper it a little louder to me. This is the way this is working. Why, Parker? Parker, I've got a question for you.
All right, I'm ready.
That's a tough question.
Okay.
Why did the toilet paper roll down the hill? Why did the toilet paper roll down the hill?
I have no idea why.
Okay, Ellie, do you want to tell us why?
No, let's do it. Come on, guys. Ready? We'll say it together. To get
to the bottom.
To get to the bottom. All right, I like it. That took a while to get there, but that was good.
All right.
I guess we can tell that joke, especially if it's little kids telling that joke.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
We can say the word bottom, right?
Yeah.
All right. Hey, a big hand for Noah and and Noah and Ellie, everybody. Big hand. Good job, guys. You all did great. That's great. Okay. They've got some good jokes there. Oh, you taking off? Oh, okay. There he goes. Oh, all right. Noah's giving high fives. And, Ellie is not giving out high fives. All right.
That was
All right,
rough.
I like that, to get to the bottom. That was good. Let's see. Oh, hey, we're excited about our picks of the week. Lots going on. Okay, our first segment. I just like this music. That's fun. Here's something that escalated quickly. It's baseball season. I'm not going to say much about that right now, but here we go. Sign this kid up, and then, You're going to watch that again. I want to watch that again. That's it. This is how you do it. You swing all the way through, keep your eye on the ball, and then take him out. All right. Elizabeth, would you have been afraid of that kid? Would you have been afraid of that kid? No, you'd know some self-defense. Oh, she said I would have squared up. All right, very good. Well, that escalated quickly. And now something that's incredible. Parker, you all have a dog.
We do.
Your dog's name is?
Wrigley.
Wrigley.
Like
What?
Wrigley Field.
Okay. What is the most amazing thing that Wrigley does? Does Wrigley do anything that would impress anybody in this room?
She can shake, and that's about it. And she rolls over, and that's really it.
On command?
Sometimes.
Okay. Do you all have a dog?
No.
Okay. Do you have a pet?
No.
Oh. Hey, you have
Two
cows.
children.
I do have cows, but they do not sit or roll over.
Your cows don't do anything on command?
No.
Okay.
No.
Anybody here have a dog that is impressive? Campbell's like, I got a dog. No, not impressive. Does anybody, I want to know, I got one shot. It better be good. Somebody's got a dog that does something that is, in fact, impressive. And we're going to go with Jeremiah up here. Hold on, I got to hear Jeremiah. This better be good, Jeremiah, because I went over a lot of people. What does your dog do? Oh, your dog can tree a raccoon. Okay, that is moderately impressive. Let's check out these dogs. Here we go. Check out these dogs. There we go.
Rising up, back on the street. Did my time, took my chances.
Thank you.
With the distance now, I'm back on my feet. Just a man and his will to survive. So many times,
Wow.
it happens too fast. You trade your passion for glory.
Look at Eli Smith.
I know that's not a dog. It's a cat that is amazed at the dog's Lalabeth. Lalabeth keeps saying, that is not a dog.
It's the eye of the tiger, it's the thrill of the fight. Rising up to the challenge of my rival. If the last known survivor. And he's watching us all with the eye of the tiger.
It's been a while since I've seen these. I don't even remember what happened.
Out in the heat,
Wait, what?
hanging tough, staying hungry.
Oh, I thought that dog was about to go all the way up that wall.
Street for the kill with the skill to survive. It's the eye of the tiger. It's the
I don't know what, that cat was making the exact same face that Eli was making watching these videos.
Yes, the exact same face.
You know, we're not joking, y'all. That was exactly the face you were making. Were you trying to make that face? Well, you did a great job. Okay, let's see. What about, do you have the guts?
Kill you makes you stronger.
You remember how this works? We show a clip, and everybody weighs in on, yep, I would do that. I would do that. You ready? I think there's 4 choices. You have 4 choices. Here's one. They're way more fascinated in the song.
Yeah, that's.
How many of you would do that? How many of you would do that? All right, fair enough. What about this?
Yes.
Who's doing that? Who's going to try that? I mean, I'm serious. If we brought a motorcycle in here right now and had a ramp, you would do that? Okay. Here's one. I'm sorry.
That's too skinny.
No, I'm out.
I think if I were sitting on that bike, it wouldn't even move. There would not be enough room beside the bike and the wall for me, I don't believe. Who's doing that? Who's doing that? Anybody? All right, we got one more. I got one more. Do you have the guts? Who's doing it? All right, I'm not going to do that. Hey, would you guys like a new segment?
Yes.
That'd be awesome.
A brand new segment.
Brand new segment, yes.
It's time for a brand new segment, everybody, called I Laughed Harder Than I Should Have. I laughed harder than I should have. Oh, that's fun.
That's
I
nice.
like that music
yeah,
too.
that's good.
Now, do you get what's going to happen here, Courtney?
Maybe.
What do you think's going to happen?
I think something silly or weird happens, and it's something you shouldn't laugh at, but you do.
Okay, what do you think's going to happen?
I think I'm going to laugh.
Okay.
I don't know what gave that
What do you
away.
think is going to
I
happen?
think it's going to be more fun if we get Daniel Jones up here. Daniel, come here.
Oh, no.
Come on, Daniel. Everybody, big hand for Daniel Jones.
Yeah.
Have y'all ever heard Daniel like really, really laugh at something?
He has the best
Daniel,
laugh.
hey, Daniel, back in the day in Knoxville, what movie was it that we went to see? Was it Dr. Dolittle?
No, it wasn't that, no.
There was a movie we went to see in the theater, and I had to leave because you laughed so hard that everybody kept looking back at us. Do you remember, what was it? It was
Jurassic Park?
No, it was not Jurassic Park. We went and saw that, but we saw some movie. I thought for sure it was with Eddie Murphy. Wasn't he in Dr. Dolittle?
Oh, are you talking about the,
I don't know. We don't have time.
that one? Okay.
Here
yeah.
we go. I
Okay,
laughed
okay.
harder
All
than I should have.
All right, there you go. Okay, I'm watching.
These are things that Mike and I were looking at going, I probably shouldn't have laughed that hard at that. Here we go. You see if it works. I don't know. I laughed a little too hard at that. Here's one. Let's crank it up.
Oh.
I mean, an old lady taking a kid out. We shouldn't laugh at that. But you know what? We're going to laugh at it again. We're going to laugh at it again.
This is Sparta!
Oh! I laughed a little harder than I should have. Hey, Daniel, get ready. Get ready.
Okay.
We got one more.
Oh, this is not good.
I shouldn't have laughed. I should not have laughed. What happened?
It went
And it went in the goal. All right. There you go. Did you laugh at those?
That was
Was
fantastic.
the last one the best one?
I think the last
All right,
one was
all
the
right,
best
very
one.
good.
Yes.
Hey,
Yes.
everybody, that was, I laughed harder than I should have. Feel free to send a video if you see a video that you want us to try out. Okay. Oh, I'm now excited about this. Very excited about the Fall Break Happy Face Challenge. We sent you on a mission.
Gray skies are gonna clear up, but on a happy face.
Courtney, what was the mission we sent them on?
Clouds and cheer
To take the best happy face picture. Can you hear me? Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm listening.
I don't.
To, yeah. What was the mission was to go out?
To go out and take the best happy face picture you can take on your fall break.
Okay.
Is
And
that
we
it?
had some good ones. You've not seen all these. You've seen maybe a couple of them. I
No,
don't know if you saw many of them.
I'm a
I
little
haven't seen
biased
any.
though.
Oh, okay.
I haven't
You did
seen
see a
any.
few of them.
Yes.
Here we go. Let's journey. This we started off fall break with Eli Waldron's wedding. Eli Waldron's wedding. So there we go. In case you know Eli, there we go. And then this is good. Aiden and Cambry gonna need a bigger boat. Nice job. Okay, the Spates. Apparently they could not get Chewbacca to do this, but there we are. This was good. I was trying to figure out what was so amusing about this, and then I zoomed in on it.
on a happy face.
I mean, Jansen's a hard name to spell. Jansen's a hard name to spell. So here's Mason. Mason is in New York. It's a great picture of a cab made out of Legos. And I was like, hey, Mason, just between you and me,
Got that noble chin.
you're smiling, but you're not making a happy face. So then he sent me this one back. He was okay. He was like, you happy? You happy now? All right, very good. Times Square with Paw Patrol in the background. Here's Eli. Eli, what's going on with the car? Will you explain it to me later? Okay, whose car is that? It's a car show. All right, got it. All right, here we go. Alexa ran in to Kate and Drew. There you go. At a concert. That was nice. Here, the Hudsons are on a cruise. That was a good happy face picture. Georgia is at an art museum. And these are some really impressive places. She took several and sent us several. Here she is at the Bluebell. Is that Bluebell? At the Bluebell. She's a taste tester along with our favorite Evan McCaslin, official taste tester. And they're in front of the Dude Perfect. That's nice. Or the Frisco Badminton. There we go. Now, McCall, we always wait to see how many pictures McCall's going to send in. And that was it except for this one. That was good. I like that one, McCall. Nice job. Okay, y'all were on a trip and you forgot to do a happy face. Where's Lizzie? Lizzie, you and Samantha were on a trip. You forgot to do a happy face, so you sent one on the plane on the way back. All right, well, you made it. Okay, the Gusmans are at they're in, anybody know where they are?
No.
Yes. They're in a mirror maze. It confused me that they had gloves on. I thought they were doing like surgery at a rave or something. I wasn't sure what was happening there.
Do people still do those? Is that a thing?
Do surgeries in raves?
Yeah.
Oh, mirror mazes.
No, raves.
Well, I don't know.
Okay.
I have no idea.
Maybe.
I don't.
Okay.
That's a legitimate question, though. The Dairy Berries they never disappointed with their happy faces. Blake, where are you, Blake? Hey, Blake. Is Blake here? All right, so Blake, where is this? Cozumel. Okay, and you have that guy, you have that. There's three. That's awesome. The only thing missing in this picture, we were so used to the two of them sitting in great pictures. The only thing missing from this picture is hey, I know, but not anymore.
Yay!
There we go. It was just a real throwback, Blake, to one of my favorites of all time. That was one of my favorites of all time. That was a great. Blake looks so excited
He
to be a
is
part of
really
that
glad
picture.
to be there.
Okay, there's Dyson on a horse. It's not a happy face, but it is a horse. Okay, so the Floridas were in Virginia at Mount Vernon. There they are, and there they are with FDR's dog. FDR's dog was ginormous. I had no idea. I was very surprised at that. Beckham.
Oh my.
Beckham is at the beach. The Sublets were at Fall Creek Falls. Charlie drew a picture. Where's Charlie? Wave your hand, Charlie. Where are you, Charlie? This is your map of St. Balloons, right? All right. Is this the same one we saw last year with more added to it? Or did you redraw it? He added to it. Very good, everybody. A big hand for Charlie Wolf. and the map of St. Balloons. This is the scariest place for Zach and Alex to ever be. And then there's the whole family. That one looks unreal. That does not look real. Okay, AJ and Abby. That's nice. Okay, very good. I like this. Ethan, where are you here? South Carolina. I was a little distracted by this.
Barbie.
But that's okay. That's okay. It's fine. Landon is at a game. Very good, a Georgia game. Okay, Brady, is that you and Ryder? Are you scared? Are you legitimately afraid? Okay. All right, this is Caius' family, and that was great. I like that. That was nice. Okay, at Bucky's. And little brother did not want to be in the picture. There we go. So Brent was like, we'll edit him out. Fisher is right here in the filling station and put an emoji over Jesus.
Yes, this is my favorite one. This is good.
So Parker and several of the folks that were in town went to Slim Chickens, ran into the Bagwells, took another picture in class on Sunday. That was exciting. And then the Boldens went to Disney. Guardians of the Galaxy. There they are with Dopey. Now I love this one. This is a game called Who Wants to Be in This Picture the Least? Who is the grumpiest person in that picture? Kind of reminds me of that post. Okay, Amelia's, they're like feeding a stingray. You can't really see it there. Well, they're in a church. I'm not sure the significance of that church, but it's a beautiful stained glass window. Madeline and family was in Amish country, taking pictures of people who do not like to have their pictures taken. Maddie ran into this person on the...
Oh, he is not happy.
Yeah, no. Chances are, if you see that, Maddie, don't go that close next time. Run. That was a real person. Great job. Jack Piercy has taken on the role of saying our closing prayer at Stones River Manor, and here they are on the Sky Bridge. Let's send that to Michael Bowen. Say, take that, Michael. Okay, and then this is some juniors, seniors hanging out on a Sunday night, and that's the same face he made watching those videos.
Yes, same one.
Is that the face you make all the time? Okay, that's your default face. I like it. Okay, and then we come to the Priestleys, who normally send in about 30 happy face pictures, but they are in, where were you? You were in Turks and Caicos. Apparently it's a Sesame Street takeover of Turks and Caicos there. And they got a picture, these are great, the underwater pictures. They even got a picture of a sea turtle doing a happy face. It's pretty impressive. All right, the Walkers were at Disneyland. They're at Disneyland, that's great. And then I got this one, I'm like, I don't know who these people are. It was a great picture, but then thankfully the next picture cleared it up when they turned the flash on. And so all the football guys, very good. Somebody went to Harding and ran into some of our former students. The Jones went to Harding. Elizabeth, was this a college visit? It was? Okay, very good. And this was nice. Jeremiah actually met Jason Darden, our fall retreat speaker.
Oh, that's cool.
So there he is. That was exciting. And then Finn. Finn is,
that's
you got lots of dogs. Finn looks like he was bored. He wasn't bored. He was actually very busy sending me pictures like this. But that wasn't the one that made me laugh the most. You want to see the one that I like the most?
Yeah.
At least in this current batch of pictures. Finn was occupied with pictures like this. Nice work.
I hope I don't make that face.
Nice work. All right, so good job. And now it's time for our winners, the Fall Break Happy Face Challenge winner, best pick by a boy. Best pick by a boy. Several judges were enlisted to help pick these out and agreed. We start off with this one here. We work our way up to the crab, slowly approaching Jack and getting closer and closer, and then, whoa, there we go. All right, so Jack, you're going to be the winner. You get 25 nbyg bucks. Vicky's got them in the back of the room if you want to walk back there right now. And then we've got the best happy face picture by a girl. Also, 25 nbyg bucks. This one might make the top 5 of all time. Check this one out.
All right.
Yeah, there's Georgia. There's Georgia, 25 nbyg bucks from George W. Bush's Oval Office. I think that's actually in Houston. Go get your 25 nbyg bucks back there. And then our best picture, final category, and you're going to get 25 nbyg bucks by a group. This was great. The Walkers got everybody at the rope drop at Disneyland to take the picture with them and to be in the picture together. So go back and get your 25 nbyg bucks. Congratulate everybody, guys. Good job.
All right.
I don't know what that guy was doing. That guy looks very stunned. He looks very stunned, much like that. He's very, very stunned. I know, he's still doing it.
He's still just sitting there like
All right, there you go. So those were your happy face pictures. We did have another challenge, though, that we gave. The challenge was to go out, and here's the video that inspired it. Let's show this video. Do you remember what this was for? We were playing for what?
The Freeze Pops.
Yeah.
Oh, Freeze Pops.
Yes.
Parker's idea.
Freeze Pops. Are y'all Freeze Pop fans? Okay, good. Freeze Pops for everybody. Here's the video that inspired it. This is the video that inspired it. We told them that they needed to do some Frisbee trick shots.
Hey guys, didn't see you there. Just taking my afternoon nap. Let's make some trick shots.
This shot right here, I like to call this the prestige trick shot. Make it disappear.
That right there shows that I'm never making a Frisbee trick shot video ever. I'm not going to be doing that.
You didn't do this on your phone?
No,
right?
I did not do this on my phone. That's actually pretty impressive.
It's pretty cool.
That wasn't bad.
All this fighting gets us nowhere. 1, 2, 3. And there's no way
Oh, how
I couldn't do
bad?
that.
radio loud.
It's like all Frisbee juggling.
Now this is actually really impressive.
Go back.
Throws 2 Frisbees into the wind and catches. That's amazing. That was actually good. He should have ended with that. I'm not sure why he ended with this. But it's still impressive. All right, so we sent you guys, Zach, Alex, where are you? Right here? Okay, we sent you guys out on a mission to the beach for Freeze Pops for everybody. If you could just recreate some of those, so we'll see how you did. Here's their video. Let's roll it.
Hey guys, welcome to Mission Possible with Zach and Alex, Frisbee trick shots.
Sunshine and sweet harmonies, time to play.
I picked out this song, by the way, aren't you, Brett?
From now on, just good vibrations.
On my way, feeling fine. I can see my reflection in my surfboard shine. I can hardly
Nothing happened there.
cause a commotion.
Yeah, I know. That was.
Into the
Let's try catching it now. Nope. Still didn't work.
Not good enough.
Hey!
Good job. Oh. Let's just fling a Frisbee out into the ocean and see who can catch it. Oh, he actually did catch it. He actually caught it.
Amazing catch.
I wanted more outtakes of this shot. Woo!
Wow.
Actually impressive.
Nice shot.
Actually impressive.
I don't even see it. Hey!
This is killing me up here. This is great.
I'm not.
Oh, diving catch.
Oh,
That was good.
Oh, no way.
very good.
Good job, guys. Good job. That was actually great. And for that, you have won freeze pops for everybody in the room. Everybody in the room gets freeze pops. When you leave tonight, it's going to be freeze pops for everybody, and you guys are going to be handing them out right back over there at the. Is there a problem? What is this? This just came in. How did it just come in? Like who just brought it? Ben's like, this just came in. Did a messenger, did a UPS guy? I'm here to deliver this roll up. Even better, I want a new segment called Ben Delivers Mail.
That'd be good.
This just came in.
No more information.
That's it. This is for you. It says, oh no. Oh no.
What?
This is very mysterious. It just says, you will never see those freeze pops.
Oh, no.
All that
Well, right
work?
now, Ben is he's the first witness. Not witness, he's the first suspect. Does this look like Ben's? Somebody get I need a sample of Ben's handwriting.
Well, if that is Ben, he cannot.
Yeah, I know.
What is this?
Spell very well.
Ben should go to work for Chick-fil-A making billboards, if that's the case. It says, you will never see those. Ben, did you get a good look at the person that delivered this? No. No. He was like.
He looked away
Well,
as he was.
Hand me that. He's like, here, you. Don't look at me, but take this to Skid right now. Okay, well, I don't know. Okay. So sorry, everybody. Looks like no freeze pops. No freeze pops. I feel really bad about that. That's very anticlimactic. I know, no freeze pops, but we're never going to see them. Okay. Oh, this will bring us up out of our bad mood.
Thank goodness.
This will bring us up out of our bad mood. I like that one. That was good. All right, come on, bring us up. Look, did you see this, Nathan? Did you see this? No, this.
No, not right.
Did you hear this? You heard about this? Yeah. Make us feel better. Go.
So this one time I went to my grandma's to mow, as you do. And, the mower wouldn't start up, so I go around back to pull off the tarp for the ride mower so, I can still mow. And I hear the most petrified scream I've heard in my 13 years of living. Apparently, my mom saw a snake, a scary squiggle, if you will.
Yeah.
I apparently walked over this. But upon seeing the snake, my mother ran inside and, she was scared. So I attempt to start the ride mower. It doesn't work. I was scared of the small spider on the ride mower, but but later that day, because it doesn't end there. Later that day. So later that day, I went to dinner with my grandma, and apparently, as you do. Apparently, she saw that exact same snake crawl into her window. Yeah, I didn't know snakes could do that, so I'm scared of them now. And she measured it. It was like 3 feet long. It was scary. Wild times.
Wow. I think we actually got 3 wild times for the price of 1.
That was the wildest
That
wild
was
times
that was the
ever.
wildest of the wild times so far. Okay, hey, we still have some exciting things happening. Who wants some good news? Who wants some good news, everybody? Oh, get ready. We don't have time to go out into the crowd tonight. Sorry, we'll do that later on. I'm sorry. We have lots of exciting news. First thing is, Ben Jenkins has finished the Appalachian Trail. Wow. All 2,200 miles. He's been hiking for 5 months, and he finished. He hiked it all in 1 jaunt, and he's done. There he was. He's finishing it. That was a crossword word, jaunt. J-A-U-N-T. All right, there he is. Hey, everybody, that right there, that is good news.
So good, I got you.
All right, we also have something else. This music just makes me smile every time. We went to Stones River Manor, and I want to say a thank you on behalf of the ladies of the Manor. We went on Sunday night, the Sunday of fall break, and you remember how many people were there?
Oh, how many people
70.
were there? 70.
68 from North Boulevard.
Woo!
And about 15 or 20 residents were there. Eli, stand up, turn around. Eli did an incredible job at the Devo, everybody. It was really awesome. There we go. That right there was some good news. There we go. All right, and then we have another piece here. How'd that get in there? What?
Whoa.
I don't know what that's doing there.
Who could have done that?
I'll just keep moving on.
This guy.
Somebody keeps messing with my computer, and I'm just going to keep moving on. We have one more piece here, I think, and that is this. Pretty exciting. We're counting down. It is this weekend, everybody, and you need to meet at 4:30 on Friday. Now, Parker, you have a very, very important retreat announcement. Everybody needs to pay attention. Listen carefully. Yeah.
This. If you are camping in a tent and you are a guy, ladies, you have plenty of room in your cabin, so you will not need to tent camp. Okay, but if you're a guy and you sign on the form that you will tent camp, come see me after True North right here.
Actually, go to the classroom. Go to this classroom.
Actually, go to the classroom.
Sorry. Yeah. Now, not every guy that wants to or needs to, not everybody's going to need to, but we're going to work that out right there. Because as of 5 o'clock today, by one person, we eclipsed last year's fall retreat registration. So we have a big crowd going. That's big. Clap. That's exciting. And a lot of people are going, and that's coming up. So check that out. Okay. Our theme, of course, we told you our theme for the retreat is Stay Cool. And our speaker for the retreat is Jason Darden from Harding University. And we got this. Or as Ben would say, this just came in. This just came in.
I got you this.
What's up, gang? It's me and Arden.
Hey, North Boulevard Youth Group. My name is Jason Darden, and I'm so excited to be able to join you at your youth retreat next weekend. The theme of the retreat is Stay Cool. And I think there's a lot of stories in the Bible that we can read and study that teaches us how to keep our composure when we're upset and we're angry and we're frustrated. Yeah! Okay. So, count of 3, everybody say stay cool. 1, 2, 3. Stay cool.
All right, so Jason's going to be with us. Okay, that's the fall retreat. And that right there was the last. You guys ready? That was the last of the good news.
So good, I got you.
Oh. Wow. All right.
Very nice.
Nice job. Good job. Give him a hand. That was great.
Very good. Very good.
So we're moving on because we finally have something that is a very big deal. All right, so as you know, all through the month of September, we raise money for EEM, who is raising money to put Bibles in public schools all over Eastern Europe. Here are all the countries that are trying to get Bibles. You've seen these pictures, and I'm going to call up a friend of ours that you all have met before, Jim Black from EEM. Come on up, Jim. Come on up. We're going to let Jim borrow that mic. Actually, give him that one right there. Parker, just give him that mic there. Whoa, you're hung up. Sorry.
This is not good.
It's all right. Yeah, just grab that mic. Let's make sure it's turned on for him, Parker. If you can make sure you can. Yep, there you go.
There you go.
Jim, welcome back again to the NBYG.
Thank you.
And in just a minute, Jim's got a story. I asked him to pick out a story to share. We're going to go ahead and give you this, and then you're going to let us know how these kind of funds are going to be used.
All right, great. Thank you.
So, Jim, our goal every year is to raise $1,000. Several families said we want to match that. Several people said we want to chip in a little bit more. We'll chip in some extra. And so, right here, although you already have 1,000 of this amount that was sent directly to EEM.
That's right.
So this is for all that amount minus 1,000 of that. But guys, because of you, your parents, your family, and other kind of people at North Boulevard, we are so humbled. This is not tooting our own horn. This is saying we give glory to God because right here, not often you get to hold a check like that. Right here. This is a check for $25,000. $25,000. We're going to hand that right over to you, Jim. There you go. You get that right there. Jim, come here a second.
Man, thank you.
That's
awesome.
You sent me a picture.
Yes.
And I'm going to show that picture here, and I want you guys to show ultimate respect to Jim. And let's listen to this story.
Hey, thank you guys so much. It is an honor to be with you tonight. I had such a good time last year when Skid told me that you guys were doing this again this year. I was so excited to get back up here. And thank you for this. So let me show you the story of, this is a young man named Lev. You guys are familiar with what's going on in Ukraine, what's still going on, even though it hadn't been in the news as much lately. But there are something like 12 million refugees who fled the nation of Ukraine when the war started a year ago, March. And Lev and his family were among those refugees who went to the country of Croatia, where they were met by Christians in the city of Varaždin. And the church there, Varaždin Church of Christ, invited them to come and to stay in their building for a couple of months, help them with food and shelter and some of the supplies. I can't imagine what it would be like having to leave your home, your country, with only the stuff you can carry on your back and just leave everything behind and go to a foreign country like they did. The church put them up. Lev and his family started coming to the church building on Saturdays because they started offering Croatian language classes. Because you're a Ukrainian kid who's 8 years old, you don't know Croatian. And they started learning Croatian, started coming back to church on Sundays. And I want you to know that Lev and his family are regular attenders, worshipers at that church now in Varaždin, where they come every Sunday and worship the Lord. And this is a picture of Lev putting a stamp or sticker or something in some of the children's Bibles like the ones you helped to provide. I've got one of them, kind of a variation of it here with me. This is in Ukrainian. Where the church there is going to distribute those Bibles to other families. And Lev received his, and now he's, I love to share this picture because this is him kind of helping the church carry out that mission. And so thank you for this. This is an incredible gift. We can still roughly provide a Bible for about $5. So do the math.
I'm not doing
Somebody
the math
want
in
to do
front
the
of
math?
That's a lot of math.
5,000, thank you.
Yeah.
5,000 young
easy
people will have access to God's Word because of this gift. Thank you, guys. That's awesome.
Yeah, Jim, thank you so much for being here. And Parker, would you mind in just a second to say a prayer for EEM? Can you do that here in a second?
Sure.
we're going to let Parker say a prayer that these funds, we know that you guys are going to be faithful stewards of them. We just want to thank God for the opportunity to partner with you. If our singers that are here, the singers, the people that help us sing, you guys come on up and take your spot. We're going to do something a little unique here in just a minute while we get ready to worship. But we'll let you guys take a stand up here. And guys, thank you so much for using. Some of you gave $5, some of you gave $50, some of you gave a lot more, and some of you gave $1 a week every Sunday in September, whatever you gave. That's going to go to put Bibles in the lives of these families. So Parker, would you say a prayer of thanks for that?
Sure, let's pray. Father, thank you for this day. Thank you for all the many blessings you've given us. Lord, thank you for allowing us to come here tonight and to worship you. God, thank you for allowing us to gather, and that's something that we often take for granted. Lord, thank you for EEM and all they're doing all over the world, but specifically in Eastern Europe. We pray for all the Bibles that are going to be delivered, that they will find the hands of people that need them. Father, and I just pray that you continue to bless their mission. And Lord, again, just be with everybody that is going to receive these Bibles. Father, most of all, we're thankful for your Son that died on the cross for our sins. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Hey, guys, join me. Yeah.
Can we do a happy face?
Oh, absolutely we can. Yes. Slide right in there. Get everybody in there. Let's look this way. Everybody lean in. Happy face picture for EM. Here we go. We got it. Hey, let's thank Jim Black for being with us, everybody. Thanks, Jim. Jim is invited to stay for as long. Love you, man. Thank you. Thanks for being with us. Jim, I told Jim he could stay as long as he wanted, but he may have to head on back home because he lives a little bit from here. We're going to do something unique, and it's going to take your help. Singers, guys in the sound booth, I'm going to call an audible here. We're not going to play that song in a second. We're just going to let our singers carry it. So while they do something, we'll just kind of sing over our students. But Sarah, come up here a second. I've already told Sarah a little bit about this, and I want to give Sarah that microphone right there. Grab that mic. Really excited that we received another letter from Chandler. Chandler Maples is one of our former NBYG students who is now in boot camp. I keep saying basic training. That's Army. But boot camp because he says there's nothing basic, right? That's what they said. There's nothing basic. He's in boot camp at Paris Island. And he's now he's past the midpoint to becoming a Marine, which is pretty awesome. Hey, guys, if you've not listened to anything else that's said tonight so far, which isn't a lot of you, but maybe a few of you, and if you plan on listening to nothing else, just give this your ears. This is one of the more incredible things that I have received in a long time. And Sarah's not read this yet. It's not necessarily about you, but it's from your brother. And so I want you to read this to all of his friends in the NBYG.
NBYG. Hey guys, sorry I haven't written in a while. Things have gotten really busy. I'm currently on week 7 out of 13. Y'all will probably get this letter when I'm on week 8 or 9. This week I am learning the ins and outs of the rifle and how to properly and effectively shoot it. It is a ton of fun, but really hard and stressful. I'm 24 days away from being called a Marine and 38 days from graduating. I can't wait. This has been the hardest training of my life, not only physically and mentally, but also spiritually. I believe I have been called by God to be here. At first, I thought it was I have no idea what that word is.
To bring.
This
no,
one.
wait, which one? To change.
Oh, to change someone or bring someone to God. As I get further into this intense training, I begin to realize that God has put me here to spiritually train me. I have already been through so many tests and challenges. The moment I was put into my barracks and met my rack mate for the first time, I was really confused. I began to talk to my rack mate more and more and found out that he was trying to reconnect with religion, so I decided to slowly teach him the good word. As I continued to teach him, he began to strictly deny the word because of things he liked doing, but the Bible teaches against. He found it really hard to believe a good God would take good things away. Because of this, he turned his back towards God. I didn't stop trying, though. I kept bringing God up and kept modeling a godly life. However, one night, he pulls me aside and calls me a religious lunatic and tells me to stop talking about God. The moment he said this, I knew I was going to do something right, or I was doing something right. Satan knows when you are a threat. He will do anything to make you he will do anything he can to make you feel like you are preaching the wrong thing and that your faith means nothing. If this ever happens to you, rejoice and be glad because you are doing everything right. Acts 5:41 says, "So they went out from their presence at the council, rejoicing that they were being counted worthy to suffer shame and be exposed to disgrace for the sake of his name. When you are spiritually attacked, keep fighting and be glad that you are worthy enough to be attacked. If you keep your faith and remain steadfast in the one true God, you will win. I wish I had a funny story to tell like my other letter. The only thing I can think of is this. A few days ago, we were in class and I was really bored, so I decided to sing in my head. Somehow, I caught myself singing, Father Abraham had many sons, and Pharaoh, Pharaoh, over and over. I had no idea what the lyrics to Pharaoh, Pharaoh is, so I just mumbled gibberish in my head, haha. I hope and pray that everyone is doing well. To the visitors, I would like to encourage you to keep coming to True North. You will never come across such a strong and godly youth community like this one. Thank you all for your letters and prayers. They are always such a joy to read. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May his face shine upon you and give you peace. I can't wait to return to North Boulevard and see you all again. Love you all. Chandler.
Awesome. Thanks, Sarah. Thank you. Good job. So we're going to do something a little unique. I know we're already, we've had a lot of great things happen tonight, and so I don't apologize for us, having a lot happening. But on the stage, we have about 160 postcards with Chandler's address on them. And some of you, we've learned, don't exactly know how to write on a postcard, but the address is right here. So listen carefully, students, otherwise yours won't get mailed. You can write over here and underneath it, but you need to leave above it blank so that we can put postage there. We'll be stamping it with a postage meter. Or we'll just give them all to Ben, and he can go and hand them in Paris Island and go, these just came in. But we want you to write a message to Chandler. Now, we do need you to know that we will have somebody that will have to proofread to make sure there's nothing that is inappropriate or is going to get him in trouble or can't be sent or can't be said. So but we want you to write a prayer. You say, I don't know Chandler. That's fine. You can write a favorite verse. So just like we normally write on the prayer cards, by the way, Miss Sharon is back from her surgery, and for the first time, she is in that room right now praying all of your last, your last. Somebody go and let's open this door right here. We're going to say, we love you, Miss Sharon, on 3. Who wants to open that door for us? Oh, very good. Thank you so much. We're going to open that door. Okay, we love you, Miss Sharon, on 3. 1, 2, 3. We love you, Miss Sharon. All right, now we can close the door so she can continue to pray. She's recovering from her surgery. She brought a grabber with her so that she could get the notes as you put them under the door. And we're going to do that next week. Now, while the praise team sings a few songs, you all are going to come up on the stage. You can take them back. Adults, you can come and get one until they're gone. And we're going to mail them, and we're going to send them out over the next couple of days, several a day, so that he is flooded with mail over the next couple of days as he finishes up. Okay, everybody got the assignment? So you can write right here and underneath, but leave this there. You can write a verse, a prayer. Any adults who want you to do that. Singers, let's stand up. Everybody, we want you to use the next few moments as we sing, and we'll kind of carry it since you'll be writing. Let's write a prayer to Chandler, write a verse, and then we'll move on from there, okay? Let's begin to worship tonight. You guys can come right on up here anytime and do that. Father God, just for today, help me walk your narrow way, help me stand. Sorry. You guys put these under the door and bring them up here to the table. Bring your finished cards and lay them on the table. Hey,
I
I want you to know what a blessing these are going to be as they make their way to Chandler. Going to be a pretty exciting thing for him to get a whole lot of mail from a lot of you. As you continue to write, some of you, just put these up here on the table when you're done. I know we don't have a tremendous amount of time, but I'm hoping that we get to something that I want you to see that will be, I think, one of the more meaningful moments that we've had in here as a part of this series, and will affect some of you in this room, I would imagine, in a way that maybe you need to have your heart spoken to. So I'm going to go pretty quickly through the first part of this because I do want to get to it. There's several things that have been in the hopper for several weeks. We took a break over fall break. For those of you that may be guests, we're doing a series from the book of Nehemiah, which we originally called Rise and Build, but it may be better to call it Rubble to Revival. We know what the word rubble means. We've talked about that rubble is really just a heap or a mass of worthless things. We've seen horrible pictures in the news of cities being bombed and places being terrorized and earthquakes. There's been lots of rubble on the news. And how do we go from rubble to revival? This book of Nehemiah, and again, I realize there's a lot that's happened tonight, and it may be that the person next to you is not all that excited about paying attention, but don't let them be a distraction, because we want to make sure that God has a word for you as we talk about taking that rubble and trying to build to revival. We're going through Nehemiah. We spent some time in Nehemiah chapter 4, and I'm only going to review very, very quickly. Because the goal is not just to tell you what happened in a book of the Bible called Nehemiah, and it's not just to tell you about a real man who lived named Nehemiah, but how do we affect a person who is a sophomore or junior in 2023? And so I'm going to need to get a girl from this side right here that'll be willing to be a volunteer for us. Okay, Harper, you willing to do this? Okay, in just a minute, I'll call you up here. But so you got Nehemiah who's dealing with brokenness around him. And now let Harper represent, whether you're a guy or a girl, let Harper represent you in the room. The 4th chapter of Nehemiah, we talked about his enemies. He's got some guys that don't like him very well. Now, Harper, I'm not going to ask you to name names, but my guess is over the course of your life, there have been some people that probably you may not have gotten along with. And people that you had difficulty with, whether they're teammates or whether they're people at school, classmates, people in the youth group, people in the community. There's been some people that have probably tried to stand in the way. And my guess is it could be because you did something to hurt them. But my guess is there are some people, and this is a stronger guess. The first one, I'm sure it's human nature. I'm sure that's true. But my better guess is that there are some people that have tried to stand in your way because you represent things about them that they don't like, because you're trying to do what is right. Harper would say she's not perfect, but my guess is, just from knowing her and knowing her family, knowing her leadership in our group, there are some people that have probably tried, I'm not going to ask her to verify or deny this, but there are probably some people that have tried to tear you down, Harper, because of who you are and what you stand for. That's just my guess. Nehemiah dealt with this. He says, when Sanballat heard that we were rebuilding the wall, he became angry and was greatly incensed, and he ridiculed the Jews. And in the presence of his associates and the army of Samaria, he said, so let me just pause. Let me just pause for a second. Because I know some of you tune out when you see a book of the Bible. So let me just translate this. When 2 of Harper's friends heard that she was trying to take a stand for purity and integrity and honor in her school, they ridiculed her. And in the presence of all of her teammates and all of her friends, they said, well, who does Harper think she is? What is she trying to do? Can she take all of the brokenness in her life and can she make something good out of all the stuff that's broken in her life? Some of you have heard these very things before, these passages of Scripture. So we wrote some things down on your brick. Those of you that have a brick, you've been writing things down that we tell you to write down or things that you want to write down. These are for you to decorate, inside or outside. The word Satan means slanderer or accuser. And we talked about you're going to deal with ridicule or discouragement or selfishness or distraction. And in Nehemiah chapter 4, 5, 6, and 7, we're going to see all of these things play out. It's not just to give you a history lesson. It is so that Harper in 2023, as a senior in high school, can say, I want to know how to deal with this when my friends come after me because I'm trying to do what is right. Guys, you just got a letter sent from somebody who is in boot camp who says, I'm going through the most difficult trial of my entire life. And part of it is because I'm trying to take a stand for God, and I'm made fun of and told, don't be such a religious Jesus fanatic. Stop talking to me about God. And so Chandler wrote about ridicule and discouragement and about distraction. In 2 pages, you saw everything that Nehemiah is trying to deal with. We said the same sun that hardens the clay melts the butter. It's how is Chandler going to respond to it? And Chandler said, I loved his quote from the book of Acts. So they went out from their presence at the council where they had been made fun of, rejoicing that they were being counted worthy to suffer shame and to be exposed to disgrace for the sake of his name. So again, Harper's just one person, but she's representing all of you. Harper has to ask herself, you have to ask yourself, am I excited when somebody makes fun of me because I'm trying to do what is right? Now, it's one thing if Harper's being judgmental and going around quoting Scripture in a way that brings and tears other people down, and she's pointing out everybody's faults. That's one thing. But it's another if she says, I'm trying to do what is right, and that she encounters all kinds of ridicule. And the best weapon to fight opposition, Nehemiah has shown us, is prayer. More about that in a minute. And then we said the best revenge is for Harper just to keep building, for Chandler just to keep talking, to do it in love, but to keep doing those things. Tobiah, who was at his side, said, what are they building? If even a fox climbing upon it, it's going to tear down their wall of stones. And then Harper or Chandler or Nehemiah says, God, hear me, for I'm despised. Don't cover up their guilt or blot out their sins from your sight, for they have thrown insults in the face of the builders. And so we rebuilt the wall until all of it reached half its height, because the people worked with all their heart. Or as some translations say, the people had a mind to work. Chandler shows you right here. He may watch this one day when he gets back home. Chandler has proven he's got a mind to work. Those of you that know Harper, you know the leader that she is on her team and the leader that she is in her school, the leader she is in our group. She's got a mind to work. I'm not just picking on her. I mean, I'm obviously not picking on anybody. I'm not trying to put her on a pedestal that she's going to be uncomfortable with. But she represents the students in this room who say, I've got a mind to work. But when all of the enemies, when they all saw and heard that the repairs to Jerusalem's walls had gone ahead and that the gaps were being closed, they were very angry. We talked about this word breaches. When the breaches were being closed, it's a word that's almost like a cut or a wound, that there was healing that was happening. And these people said, we don't want that. And so, Harper, what would she do in that situation? We prayed to our God, and He posted a guard day and night to meet this threat. And we shared with you about my favorite line from Guardians 3. Where Peter Quill says a trap isn't a trap if you know the trap is trying to trap you. It's a face-off. And so Chandler says, I've got a face-off with my rack mate, the guy that's sleeping right above me or right below me. He's challenging me, and so I've got a face-off. It's not him that he's opposing, but it's the enemy. Our battle's not against flesh and blood. Harper's battle's not against flesh and blood, but against the forces of this dark world. But they say the strength of the laborers is giving out. Nehemiah writes, the people, as he writes in his diary, the strength of the laborers began to give out. Now, my guess, Harper, I'm just going to ask for a nod, yes or no, not a story and not even a confession. But has there ever been a time in your life where you've dealt with anything where you said to yourself, my strength is giving out? Yeah. My guess is every person of every age in this room knows something where you say, I don't think I can take this any longer. Like, this is too heavy for me to carry. I can't deal with this any longer. If that's you, you need to keep listening. They said, the people that he's quoting, the people, there's so much rubble that we cannot rebuild the wall. See, they start using the words that the enemy used. They said, are you going to rebuild from all of this worthless rubble? Harper, are you really going to do something with all these worthless things about you? And then Harper begins to say, my strength is wearing out because I feel so worthless. She begins to use the words of the enemy because, guys, girls, sometimes the lies get so loud that that's all you can hear are the people that are trying to tear you down. And so the other enemy said, before they know it or see it, we'll be right there with them, and we'll be among them, and we'll kill them, and we'll put an end to their work. And the people began to get discouraged. So Nehemiah stationed a guard. He put some of the people inside the lowest points of the wall at the exposed places, and he posted them by families. I'll just take a pause for just a second and let you know. I have so much more to say here, and this is not the time to say it. I need to say it maybe later, but Nehemiah said, I'm going to have to post a guard by the families because he knows that the enemy is going to come after the family. And no doubt the enemy has come after most of the families of every single person in this room. And let me tell you guys, girls, he's going to start with you right now when you're 13, 14, and 15, and he's going to start attacking your purity because he knows if he can attack your purity when you're 13, it's going to get more challenging when you're 14. It's going to get difficult when you're 15. It's going to be really unbearable when it's 16 and 17, and it's going to be so difficult because of either the addictions or because of the guilt or the shame that are 18 or 19. You just give up, and then one day maybe you get married, but you got so many things in your past that it begins to make marriage difficult, and he says, ultimately, I want to attack your family, but if he waits till you're married to do that, he's not going to be effective. He's going to start when you're 13 or when you're 12 or when you're 15 or when you're 18. And Nehemiah says this. He says, don't be afraid of them. Remember the Lord, who is great and awesome. Now, I don't have time to get to everywhere we want to get tonight. We're going to expand this into next week after the retreat, but can you lock in with me for just a few moments? Nehemiah tells the people, or let's just say Harper's got a mentor who comes to her. Maybe it's a parent, maybe it's a friend, maybe it's somebody that's a little bit older. Maybe it's a D group leader and says, hey, don't listen to all of those lies, Harper, because remember, the Lord is great and He is awesome. You guys remember at Winterfest, we talked about this greater than symbol, and we had the audience pick between two things, which one was greater than. And everybody picked this one or they picked that one. But we all know this symbol that means either the thing on the left or the right is better. Whichever one you pick, you put the greater than, the crocodile goes towards the big one there. And so you say, this is greater than that. And Nehemiah says, you need to know that we serve a God that is greater than whatever it is that is causing Harper to feel like she can't make it anymore. Whatever it is that is causing Nehemiah, whatever it is that is causing Chandler to feel like I can't do this anymore, Nehemiah says, you serve a God that is greater than. Some of you have seen this traffic light that's right up here, and somebody said, man, is that a real traffic light? We have one back there that's hanging up, but this one right here. And I hear this over and over and over again. I hear this phrase, I had no idea that's what a traffic light really looked like in person. Because when they're hanging up way up there, you're like, I know they're not tiny, but I had no idea that's what a traffic light. How many of you have ever seen that and been a little surprised that that's what that actually looks like, right? Some of you are like, I've never been that close to one before. This is the guy working on an interstate sign. When I see this, I'm like, I had no idea. When you're driving far away, those things, like the pyramids, this picture's taken at the base. Look at the person at the bottom. I knew the pyramids were impressive, but I had no idea. I had no idea how much greater than a person the pyramids are, or the Easter Island statues. First of all, I wasn't even aware until a few years ago that they even had bodies way under the ground. But here are those Easter Island statues. Here's a modern-day cruise ship when superimposed over a drawing of the Titanic. I had no idea of the size of some of these cruise ships. This is a scientist standing in front of one of the rovers that's been sent to Mars. I guess I pictured a remote control car that was the size of this table. I had no idea that's what it looked like. You know what this lady, this guy, whoever it is standing in front of one of those wind turbines. You see it? Is that the right word? I'm not sure if I'm using the right word or not. Check out this tornado, and you see the wind turbines there in the bottom of the picture, right? They're way over there in the bottom. Here's somebody that is standing next to one of the blades of one of those. I had no idea. Some of you have seen the redwoods, and you realize how much greater they are than. This is the hands of a gorilla compared to the hands of a person. I had no idea. I had no idea that wolves were just, so much larger than your average dog. I knew walruses were big, but I had no idea. This is a wombat. First of all, I had really no idea what a wombat even looked like, but there they are. Here's a stingray, a tiger up against the same tree as a person, a camel. No idea that a moose was so ginormous. Had no idea what a bison really looked like, or a person next to the skull of an elephant. Oh, yikes, there's a centipede. Or I have no idea what that is. Had no idea. And then no idea that that's all of the earths that would fit inside of our sun. All of the earths. I had no idea. I had no idea The Shaquille O'Neal was that much larger than a water bottle. Or this is the talons of a regular sized eagle. I had no idea. And then look at this. This is we're fascinated with trucks. Check this out. I had no idea. And your reaction to a dump truck, I mean, some of you are like, oh, whoa, man, that's impressive. This is the one that blew my mind. Until 2 weeks ago, I had no idea that Teletubbies were so ginormous. This is the heart of a whale. And you see a person standing there next to the heart of a whale. It's a replica or a model, by the way. They didn't rip a heart out of a whale. But here's what I want you to see. Harper, when your heart gets broken, Chandler, when your heart gets broken, students, when your heart gets broken, you need to know that you serve a God who says, my heart is greater than the brokenness that you feel. The psalmist puts it this way: the righteous cry out, and the Lord hears them. He delivers them from all their troubles. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted, and He saves those who are crushed in spirit. The righteous person may have many troubles, but the Lord delivers him from them all. One of the illustrations I think we were going to try to do, that I had some volunteers prepared for, I'm probably going to push that to, likely going to push that to next week. We'll see. Here's the only way I can word it. The goal of all of us who work with students in this ministry, myself and Courtney and Parker, every D group leader, every class leader, every volunteer, anybody that cooks or drives or cleans or helps out in any way, is because we want you to know. We want there to be a moment where you stand before God with all of your brokenness and all of your guilt and your shame or your anger or your fear. And we hope that there is a moment, Harper, where with all that going on and people yelling at you and making fun of you, that you stand before a God and that something happens, whether it's in worship at the amphitheater at the retreat, or maybe serving in a mission trip in Mexico or Shiloh, or the toy drive that'll be coming up before we know it in this very room. And you stand there and you have a moment where you encounter God and you say, I had no idea that that's how big God really was. It's one thing to encounter a traffic light or the skull of an elephant and to say, man, I just never knew. I just never knew. It's way another thing when you encounter God and say, like Chandler's friend I hope does, who says, I'm turning my back on God because He takes all the fun stuff away. And Chandler says, you have no idea of how big this God is. So I'm going to have to close with this. I really wanted to get to an illustration that for 2 weeks now has been in the hopper. And I have to believe that when it doesn't happen, it's because maybe the person that needs to hear it isn't here, or maybe that I don't know. It may just be that we just took too much time, and that's very likely the case. But this is going to be probably a better place for us to end. Have you ever had a moment, so you guys, I know I loved Nathan earlier in his wild times when he talked about in all of my 13 years of life. Some of us in the back were like, oh yeah, wow, it's a long time. Wild times. Hey, let me speak to the people in the back of the room. Have you ever had a moment? Can you remember the last time you heard something and you're like, oh, you know what? I've lived a long time and I've never thought about that in that way before when dealing with something of God or something from Scripture, right? Y'all ever know that? You ever had a moment like that? Students, I'm sure you have, because some of you have never heard things once to hear things before, more than once. But you're like, oh, I've never thought about that before. I've made it very clear that every time I teach, whether it's with 2 people or 20 people or 200 people, I want people to walk away going, oh, I've never thought about that in that way before. And I had one of those moments recently when talking with Katie Arthur. Some of you know Katie Arthur. She was formerly Katie Vaughn. She was an intern for us years ago, a long time ago, before many of you were in the group. She worked with us for 3 years, not as a summer intern, a couple of years, but then she worked with us during the school year. Some of you know Katie. How many of you know Katie Arthur in the room? Several of you in the back may know Katie. Katie was teaching at the New Day Conference, and she was speaking about the Freedom Prayer movement. North Boulevard is getting very engaged in freedom prayer that is helping to release people from all kinds of habits or hurts or hang-ups or addictions or shame or guilt. So I went to her conference. She did an hour-long workshop, and I went and sat in it. And the idea, I don't think was hers. She said it was from maybe one of the directors or leaders of the Freedom Prayer Movement. And I know many of you have parents in this room who are heavily involved with North Boulevard's Freedom Prayer Ministry. And simply stated, it is really just a prayer movement that is designed to take somebody, if Harper says, I got something that I'm dealing with that I cannot shake, those people that are trained and really know how to minister through freedom prayer would come around Harper and say, we're just going to pray that God is going to help you find release from this. And whether you're 13 or 31, we believe that the power of prayer is going to bring healing to that which is broken. But here's something that she shared that I had never thought of. She talked about Luke 4 when Jesus shows up and he goes into Nazareth. That's where he'd been brought up. And on the Sabbath day, he goes into the synagogue, as was his custom, in other words, as you do. He stood up to read, and the scroll of the prophet Isaiah was handed to him. And unrolling it, he found the place where it is written, the Spirit of the Lord is on me. Because he has anointed me to proclaim good news to the poor. He has sent me to proclaim freedom for the prisoners and recovery of sight for the blind, to set the oppressed free, and to proclaim the year of the Lord's favor. So if everybody's with me, he shows up at the synagogue, he's handed a scroll. We'll think of it as the Bible. And he opens the scroll to a place in Isaiah, and he begins to read from that passage. If you got it, say, I got it. And Jesus is saying, this thing in Isaiah is talking about me. I'm the one that came to do these things. Now here's what it was that I had not thought of before. Those of you that are going through some freedom prayer training, I'm sure have covered this, and I thought it's been there the entire time. And so we have Harper on that side. Harper, stand up if you don't mind. I want to get a guy over here. Let me get a guy that'll stand up for me over here. Okay, Parker, just stand up. Since I said Parker earlier, maybe, there we go. So we have Harper over here. We have Parker over here. I want them to represent. If you're a girl, if you're a guy, I want you to see yourself in these folks. And I want you to imagine for a minute that you have a level of brokenness. You show up at True North because you enjoy being with your friends, but you are broken and you are hurting and you are alone. And I know that somebody, not only in this room, it's somebody on every row, and it may be in every 3 seats. There's somebody who says, I have a level of brokenness that you have no idea. And Jesus says, I came to proclaim freedom for the prisoners and to set the oppressed free. He's quoting from this passage in Isaiah. Here's the passage that he's quoting. The Spirit of the Sovereign Lord is on me because the Lord has anointed me to proclaim good news to the poor. He has sent me to bind up the brokenhearted. So now Jesus walks in the room and he says to Harper, he says, I've been sent because I've heard the cry of your heart. And you need to know that I'm greater than that thing that is so weighing you down. And I've been sent to bind up your broken heart. Parker, I've been sent to take the shame or the guilt or the anger, whatever emotion that is causing your heart to break. And he says, I've been sent. And I've been sent to proclaim freedom for the captives and release from darkness for the prisoners. Now here's what Katie said that blew my mind. Some of you are way ahead of me on this. And for some of you, maybe this won't be a revelation, but she said, it sounds like he's just using 2 different words for, freedom from the captives, release of darkness for the prisoners. And it's like he's trying to really emphasize it and wording it in 2 different ways for emphasis, which my whole life I just kind of thought release of freedom for the captives and darkness, release from darkness for the prisoners. It was just 2 ways of saying the same thing. And Katie said, no. She says, as we go through freedom prayer, we understand, and I'm just going to use 2 people, and I'm randomly picking one of you to represent each one of these, okay? She says, there's a difference between a prisoner and a captive. A prisoner, no offense, you're wearing stripes, so you win. A prisoner is somebody who does something wrong and gets put in jail because they've done something wrong. And Jesus says, I've come to proclaim release from darkness for the prisoners. But a captive is somebody that is taken captive because of somebody else's misdeeds. You've seen this in the news. If you've watched the news the past couple of days, you've seen people being taken captive because they say, we don't like you. We don't like your heritage. We don't like where you're from. We don't like what you stand for. And so we're going to take you captive. Then they get arrested. They become a prisoner. But Katie was pointing out, she says, in freedom prayer, we know that anybody that is a prisoner they probably started out as a captive. Because at some point, somebody did something to them that caused them to be angry or bitter or fearful or afraid or mad or confused. You're captive from an addiction. You're captive from some sort of attitude or a relationship you can't shake out of, or some sort of attitude you can't shake, and you become a captive to that. And she says it's not long before then you become a prisoner. You start off with somebody doing something to you that maybe wasn't your choice, and before long you find yourself here, but both are brokenhearted. And Jesus said, I don't care if you're a captive or if you're a prisoner. I came to bring freedom and to release you from darkness. And I'd never thought about that before. And so we close tonight with just laying out before you. You're like, Skid, is there ever going to be any good news? Like these people are sad, they're brokenhearted, they're getting, sure, that we keep coming back here and we're going to keep sharing this good news. But my guess, Harper is not the only girl in this room that is brokenhearted. My guess is she's not the only person that is a captive to some attitude or emotion that is causing her to feel at times worth less than the people that she sees every time she opens up Instagram. I have a strong hunch that she's not the only female struggling with that. I have a strong hunch that Parker is not the only person who's dealing with guilt over something that they have done that makes them worthy, maybe not of being in prison or in jail, but of being convicted from the eyes of God because of something they've done and dealing with that pain and that brokenheartedness. My guess, it's a hunch. But Jesus says, there's rubble there, and there's rubble there. And there's rubble all over Eastern Europe. And there's rubble in every one of those countries that Jim and his organization represent. And he says, I'm going to take that $25,000, and you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go and I'm going to proclaim the good news to the poor, and I'm going to bind up the brokenhearted, and I'm going to proclaim freedom for the captives, and I'm going to proclaim release from darkness for the prisoners. So, last question. How does Harper end up a captive? Harper, I just want to, and Parker, I want an image. I want you guys to come and stand up on the stage for a second. My hope is you guys will both be here next Wednesday night. If not, True North will continue, but just want you to stand up there. I want you to close with this image. We're going to set this up for an illustration that my guess is won't leave you for a long time. So guys, see yourself. Girls, see yourself. Teens, see yourself. Adults, see yourself in these folks. How is it that she ends up a captive, or he ends up a prisoner, or he ends up a captive and she ends up a prisoner? It starts when one person comes into their life and says, I'm going to tell you a lie about yourself that I need you to believe. Because if you believe it, Harper, if you believe it, Parker, then somebody here says, I'm going to feel so much better about myself if I can tear that person down. Here's the sad news. A lot of you are one of these people. But I'm going to be honest with you. Not condemning you, not judging you. There's some of you in the room that would find yourself in this situation. And that's something that we've got to deal with. And we're going to unpack that next week as we talk about how to go from rubble to revival, whether you're a captive or a prisoner. God, thank you for tonight. And God, even though we didn't get to where I wanted us to get, I pray that your Spirit is going to break into the hearts of those who need it, and that these words will fall in when somebody's heart breaks, which we know they will. And God, I'm thankful for Chandler and for his courage to share with us his own brokenness and yet his strength in that brokenness. And God, I'm thankful for these students. Be with us on our retreat, God, as we look forward to an incredible weekend. And God, we can't wait to be back here again next week to see where this continues. And it's through the name of Jesus that we pray, and we all say together, amen. Guys, if you are going to be a tent camper, would you go right now to meet with Parker in that room? Everybody have a great night. Be careful going home.